Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 7. You'll notice this is on my main channel, Anonymous Tea, today because Love Island UK has started, y'all. Love Island UK has started yesterday, and I don't know what I'm going to do because it's like double work. It's like double things going on. And there's some stuff even on TikTok I still got to do as it pertains to Love Island USA, y'all. And it's a lot. So let me know in the comments if you want the rest of my Love Island USA commentary over here or on my backup channel, either or. I'm fine either way. But there wasn't much stuff going on. So I was just, for today, for those of you Love Island fans, I was going to give y'all something on the main channel today. So a few things I wanted to talk about. So the episode begins, we deal with the fallout of the recoupling, which obviously sent home Bella, right? And so also to the people online who are shaming Sierra and all of this and all of that, like, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. This is a dating show. This is not Christian Mingle. This is not eHarmony. This is not church on Sunday, y'all. What are we doing? Why are we acting brand new? Y'all are doing too much. I can't state enough. Look at my old videos on this channel. My old videos from like 3-4 years ago when it was, I think, Love Island USA Season 3. And y'all, nobody was watching. Nobody was watching Love Island USA Season 3. And I loved it because I was dragging folks and it didn't matter who I was dragging. But I kept it in the context of the show. Y'all that are doing all this on social media, that are contacting these people's families, that are creating fake accounts and fake follows of Donald Trump and all this and all of that, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing absolutely too much, and y'all need to stop because you're ruining the show. So the thing was, the biggest tea, which was in the teaser, was Alondria was telling the group of girls in the dressing room that Nick had kissed Bella, that they had this long, passionate kiss, and they were shook that Nick eliminated her. But my thing is, and I stand by this, I said this in previous videos, I think the switch up Bella did. I think production told her, hey, you're one of the Islanders that's at risk of being on the chopping block. I think they look at the Islanders, and I think they look at who is giving them material, who is giving them content they can use, and who isn't. And I feel they feel with Bella, you're not giving enough, this and that, we need something more from you, this and that. And I feel like that is why everybody was shocked at her performance at the baseball game challenge, right? And she was kissing everybody, she was flirting with everybody and all this and all of that. I think with Nick, he did not want to risk choosing her and having the potential situation be that she goes back to kissing his cheek and holding his hand and nothing more. He's already progressed physically with Sierra, so he feels more confident that things continue to, progress. Because like I told you, Nick likes to be touched. Nick likes to be touched, and his body count, the number of nudes he sends to different girls and all this and that, he is a nurse that is on the prowl at all times, right? So nonetheless, and it's no disrespect to Sierra, it's just that they had more affection, more physical intimacy and everything else that had developed. And I don't think Nick wanted to risk, Bella doing all of that to stay on the show, and then she stays and then nothing progresses. So I think that's it, and that's all. Huda, I don't know, Huda's having like a mental breakdown that Bella's gone. And it's like, you do realize people are going to be coming in and out of this villa. Like, are any of y'all familiar with the show? Because y'all acting very brand new. Like, you have no clue how this show works. Make it make sense. So she's doing all this crying. She's trying to have, a conversation with, Jeremiah. Jeremiah don't care. Jeremiah don't care, and low-key, there were some misogynistic views that were kind of coming out. He was giving like he's acting like a high-value man. It was giving very weird last night. Very weird energy. But Huda's so far gone, she doesn't see it. Now, one of the climaxes was Alondria telling the girls, y'all, that, as to quote her, Nick was kissing Bella down last night. What? Right in front of Sierra's face, and Sierra's shook. Sierra is shook because she is like, I didn't know this. I know that they talked, and I know we kissed in the photo booth after, but I didn't know that they were kissing each other down and cell ties. No. Then there is drama with Ace and Amaya, like multiple times last night. Because what happened was, practically right after the recoupling, Ace, the hardware store, is, basically telling Amaya, like, listen, even though I picked you, I'm still going to be exploring these other connections. And Amaya starts crying because she's like, whoa. Like, what are we doing? Like, why did you pick me if you're still going to be out here in the open with other people? So Amaya was upset. And here's my thing, right? And maybe this is production, but my thing, Ace, is you went before Austin. You knew Amaya was building a connection with Austin as well. You know, at that point, I don't know if you knew or not, but Shelly at that point had friend-zoned Austin. This would have been your time to choose Shelly, and Austin could see if him and Amaya have a real thing, have a real connection. But you wanted to sabotage it, right? See, you thought you were doing something. See, I think what Ace's, rationale is, he thinks that he needs to have some major storyline and have all these different couples and have all these different situationships and entanglements. And he thinks that by having all this content, that means that whenever he does choose whoever he's going to choose to go to the end with, that's going to secure him the 100K. No. See, here's the thing. It's giving that this season is reminding me so much of season 4, where Zeta and Timmy won, where it was just like one couple and everybody else was just kind of like just waiting for them to win. And I feel like this is going to be the case with Huda and Jeremiah, unless y'all fans step in and vote. But I feel like now, since people are cool on Huda, now they're pushing for Hannah and Charlie to win. Now listen, they're unproblematic. All they do is kiss all day. But y'all not about to be infiltrating this show and giving us absolutely nothing when we got Shelly right there and we got Alondria right there. No. So Ace is mad that, Amaya called him out. Amaya's like breaking down, crying to Huda, of all people. Somebody needs to send in, we need movie night like today, because somebody needs to send Amaya the footage of Huda calling Amaya the B word at least 30 times the other episode. And it was just for the simple fact that she came in and chose Jeremiah in a challenge to kiss. Like make it make sense. There wasn't even anything that they did outside of the challenge that was inappropriate. Like just crashing out for no reason. So even with all of this, we still don't see Shelly and Ace interact until like the next day, right? So next day rolls around and Austin confides to Charlie, like, you need to keep a secret. You need to pinky swear. But me and Amaya, we had this meditation session and we had this amazing kiss. And so then in the morning, Amaya's telling the girls, like, listen, look at here, like, I think I'm going to be exploring some other connections since Ace is being weird. Then Ace and Taylor have a conversation, and this is why we got to get these people out, y'all. And I feel like Peacock is playing on purpose, because y'all immediately brought in bombshells for Charlie and for Austin and everything else, but y'all dragging y'all feet when it's time to bring in bombshells for the women, and I'm peeping game. Charlie was a bust with the girls, that's why y'all had to wait for Hannah to come in. Like we need some male bombshells. And Cinco, I saw what you posted. You said, is there disrespect against the dark skinned men? I don't know, because I haven't seen no Koi type or no Cinco type yet. I don't know, Cinco. I don't know if a Koi with the personality came in, or even you, Cinco, but maybe that Netflix contract, I don't know, maybe you got to not compete and can't do it. But I'd love to see you. I know that. You'd at least give us something. But nonetheless, Taylor tells Ace that he's not attracted to Alondria. Now, listen, you Taylor and Alondria shippers, do not drag me in the comments. I want Alondria to have a man that is all about her. I do not like where this is about to go, because she's up here making him breakfast. She's trying to put in all this effort, and I'm just not featuring it, because Taylor should be on his job. He should be on his game. He's up here calling her a bro and treating her like a sibling, and y'all on a dating show. And then there's outside rumors that, you know, he's here for modeling and brand deals and may have a girlfriend back home. No, get him out. Get him out of here. He is giving nothing. He thinks because he's the villa therapist that everybody goes to, that he deserves to be here. It is a dating show, and the US show films for only 6 weeks. It's not like the UK show that films for 8. So nonetheless, you know, Alondria is trying to get a feel for Taylor about, you know, how they're going, because they talk about everybody else's couple but them. Then, y'all, they announced that Huda and Jeremiah are going out on a date. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care. I'm here to tell you, I do not care. They are boring. They are not giving. They are acting like they got the show in the bag. Child, why did they send them on a date to a water park? They sent them on a date to a water park. It was like slip and slide. It was like 3 or 4 or 5 different slides that they were just up. And I was like, oh, this would have been a perfect date for Huda to take her daughter with. Because what the welly? Like it was cringe. It was cringe. It was a filler episode, and it was cringe. It was a waste of my time. And all they talked about was Huda just kept pressing, like, I see us living together after the show. Jeremiah's like, I see us long distance after the show. He's giving Caleb. See, now that I understand the scam that Caleb did season 2, he is Caleb. He is Caleb in the flesh. Here's the thing. Here's what's going on between Ace and Jeremiah. This is why they see each other, right? Because Ace is Johnny without the long-term connection, without his Sully, right? Without his Sully connection, right? He is Johnny doing all the antics, doing all the stuff for camera time, all of this, all of that, always in mess, always in drama, right? Jeremiah is the one, he's taller and everything else, is looking like the perfect boyfriend, is looking like the perfect person doing all these things, right? Not doing anything at Casa Amor, right? Locked in early. Now, difference is, Caleb came in as a bombshell though, season 2, right? Whereas Jeremiah and Huda, they're trying to perfect the scam by doing this all day one, right? Kind of similar to Zeta and Timmy, right? Because that's kind of like the vibe, right? It's kind of giving that vibe that they're, you know, the day one couple or whatever. But nonetheless, not many people are on to Jeremiah's scam outside of Ace, because Ace is also on a scam. So therefore, Ace now is trying to plant the seeds to the other islanders. Do you really think that they're for real? Do you really think that they're a real couple? This and that. Just pay attention to your conversations with Huda and da-da-da-da-da. So Huda's on the date, really trying to push that they'll be living together soon, that there's not going to be no long distance, this and that. Jeremiah's like, he's like, if we're still together, let me fill this out, let me see what's about to really happen. And I'm like, Huda's too far gone. She's too far gone to see that Jeremiah really bombed her at the beginning. So really, you know, he's going to say or do whatever, and he like redirects everything that she says, and she doesn't see it. Or maybe she does see it and she's just being delulu. But I feel like still, if that light-skinned Latina comes in for Jeremiah, it's going to be over. It is going to be over, y'all. Because I feel like Jeremiah is still checked out with Huda being a mom. And maybe feel that might lower his like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a rude awakening when these rankings come out. And I hope that they do favorite boy, favorite girl. I hope they do favorite boy, favorite girl versus favorite couples, because I feel like sometimes in the couples, the people don't know who actually the issue is that the fans don't like. Do favorite girl, favorite boy. So, because some of these people need a rude awakening that we don't like them and we don't see it for them, right? So Ace and Amaya have another conversation, y'all. And Ace tells Amaya, I'm not interested in cuddling. I'm not interested, what type of nickname do you call people? So Amaya says babe. Amaya says that she calls everybody babe. And for those of you that watch Love Island UK, a lot of those islanders call each other babe. Like it's not like how you're in a relationship and it's like, oh baby, or oh sweetheart, or honey. Like it wasn't like that. It was just kind of, Amaya's just saying it just to say it, right? Ace is like, I don't like it. I don't like anything you're doing. I don't like anything you're saying. And Amaya's like, so do you even like me? And Ace is like, this is all passive aggressive and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I think what Ace was hoping, right? Ace was hoping in choosing Amaya that Shelly was going to run to him. And I'm confused as to where Ace got that thought process. These women like Alondria and Shelly are not going to be women that you are going to have them chase you all day. You got to go put in the effort with them. And Austin, I can't even believe I am agreeing with Austin's Trump behind. But Austin went off. He went off to Charlie because he was like, he is looking, because later on, because finally, this was the thing too. This was a key too. You did all this because you wanted Shelly's attention, but then at the same token, you ignore Shelly all day. You don't pull her for a chat till much later in the day, and Shelly's like coming at you like, how are you going to come at me? Like, how are you going to wait all day to pull me and all this and that? Like, I thought we had a connection. I thought we were good. And Ace is like, well, are you mad? Do you feel a way that I picked Amaya? And I like how Shelly played it, because I think he's expecting Shelly to cuss him out and everything else. And Shelly was like, listen, I feel a way, but ultimately, you're open, I'm open, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. If that's what you're gonna be displaying out here, I'm gonna do me. And so none of the less, Austin's crash out was everything. His crash out to Charlie was everything, because he was like, Ace thinks that he has all these women figured out and he can do anything he wants. He can treat them any kind of way and they're going to come running. They're going to come chasing him. He's like, you picked before me, dude. You picked before I did. If you really are all in on Shelly, you should have picked her. I had a connection with Amaya that I was wanting to explore, but you blocked me. You blocked that by choosing Amaya, and then you're doing all this foolishness, trying to sneak around with Shelly for what? Just pick Shelly if that's who you want to be in a couple with. Like, don't do all this rigmarole. Don't play all these games. So, nonetheless, y'all, Huda and Jeremiah, they come back from their date, and, everybody's like, oh, yay! And, Huda's exaggerating. She's lying, telling the girls that Jeremiah said that he wanted to move in with her. So Alondria in the beach hut confessional, she's like, listen, if my friend is going to be Delulu about Jeremiah, I guess I got to be Delulu too. And that's all you can do at this point. If your friend or family member is going to be Delulu about a relationship, about a marriage or whatever, like you just got to be Delulu with them, because here's the thing, they don't want to hear the truth. They just want you to be happy for them. Even if they're complaining, they just want you to be happy for them. You find that out the hard way when you try to tell them the truth, that somebody's a scammer, that somebody's a cheater, somebody's a narcissist, somebody's an ABUSER. If you tell that to them, they don't want to hear that. And then that makes them try to force the relationship, force the marriage even more, y'all. No. Feed into their delusions, right? Feed into the delusions until you really need to step in if there is a situation that, harm or something like that is at risk. But, these people don't want to hear the truth, especially Huda. She does not want to hear the truth. So, nonetheless, y'all, we get a debrief with Sierra and Nick. And Sierra, she talked earlier with Shelly and Alondria, basically saying, if this is how Nick's gonna move, like, I'm not hearing it, I'm not featuring it. And so Sierra asks Nick, did you think I was never gonna find out about you kissing, Bella? And I know some people are going to, they're going to bash Nick. But here's my thing. I feel like Nick reminds me, and I've said this in my other videos on my other channel, Anonymous Podcast. Nick reminds me, he's not as good looking as Carrington from season 2. But he reminds me so much of Carrington and how he's moving, how he just likes to flirt and kiss these girls, right? He just likes to be touched and kiss these girls, y'all. He's not serious about any of them. He's not. But I don't know what y'all dragging him about it for. Y'all didn't do that last season with Rob when Rob was wayward with all the women. Like, I see what Nick is doing. Nick just wants to be touched. He wants to get some additional time and all this and all that. So then you guys, we have another Ace the Hardware store, Ace the Hardware and Amaya conversation. and this conversation just goes left. Because Ace wants to, because Amaya called him a player earlier, and he's mad, he's in his feelings, because he doesn't want people to think he's a player, but he is a player. He's a game player, and he's a player, right? Because he won't just decide on one woman. And this is what happens when you don't have the experience of being in relationships. You move crazy like this. So, nonetheless, he's trying to meet with Maya to basically make himself look good, but it just ends up worse. And Amaya's like, listen, looky here, I'm getting pissed off, I'm getting agitated, because what Ace is trying to do, Ace is trying to gaslight Amaya and make it seem as though Amaya is the one that is crazy for overreacting and crying with him, basically completely withdrawing from her the moment that they get in a couple. And her whole thing is, why did you pick me? Why did you pick me if you were going to do all this? Because you look foolish. And now what's going to happen is nobody's going to want to couple up with you, Ace, because you're showing your cards. You're showing that you're not really serious about anything. So why should anybody entertain it? So nonetheless, I don't know where Ace goes from here. I see the Ace and Shelly shippers. Listen, I was there with you episode 1, but I don't know, y'all. I'm feeling away because I don't want this for Shelly. I don't want Shelly to be in a situation where she has to deal with Ace, the hardware store's mood swings. I just don't got time, and I don't think she got time either. But I like that her and Alondria, they had their own heart-to-heart that was like, listen, looky here, like, we're not, gonna be doing all this. We can acknowledge and validate the feelings that we have for these men, but if they're not gonna give us what we need, then it is what it is. But production should have been stepped in and brought in some bombshells, because the problem now is, finally in the 11th hour, Taylor decides to kiss Alondria, and I don't think it's genuine. I don't want Alondria to falsely think that Taylor's all about her or all into her now. Taylor sees that nobody's interested in him. And he already got the pep talk earlier from Ace that him saying that he's not attracted to Alondria is going to only stick around for so long. But I would just hate for these bombshells to come in and Alondria falsely thinks that her and Taylor are progressing towards something when that's not the case. I think she's into him more than he's into her. And I just don't want her to get her heart broken, because I think I don't want her to be in a situation where she passes up a good bombshell, and then when it's the men's turn to get a bombshell, to get a female bombshell, Taylor immediately ditches her. Because I fear that's like what's going to happen. I need her to lock in with these male bombshells whenever they get here, and they better get here today, or they better be here on Thursday, because they don't show an episode on Wednesdays, because enough is enough. We need to spice up the villa. I don't like the production is dragging this out and just having these women suffer. These women are not interested in their couples, except for Huda and maybe Sierra, but these women are not interested in these dudes, and especially the foolishness that Ace is about to do. So a preview for tonight's episode is it looks like Amaya might be getting into it with Shelly. And again, this is the thing. Ace has misdirected anger. He's really upset that Shelly is not chasing after him, but he can't say that to Shelly because then she'll just be done with him for good. So he's misdirecting all of that behavior and he's taking it out on Amaya. Amaya is pissed at Ace because Ace is gaslighting her and making her feel like she's crazy and out of control and all of this and all of that, but she's valid in her feelings. Ace played in her face, basically. Ace played in her face and shouldn't have picked her. This wasn't a situation where Amaya picked him. Ace picked her. Had it been, Austin would have picked her, right? If Austin went before Ace, Austin would have picked Amaya. But nonetheless, we can't do anything about that now. So but where it's going to go is, unfortunately, she's going to take this out on Shelly on tonight's episode. And I'm hoping they can quickly resolve it. I'm hoping they can quickly, but it's interesting because Amaya's are interested in the same men as Shelly, and then rumor is they both have New York connections, so I don't know if they know each other outside of here or not, but the whole thing to me is hilarious, y'all. The whole thing to me is hilarious. So that was the episode, essentially. I'm off Ace the Hardware. I get it that he's entertaining and he's bringing content for the show, but at some point, something has to give. And then it was funny, too, because at the end of the night, Huda was asking Jeremiah, so after we have this date and everything, does this mean we're closed off now? And Jeremiah was like, no. And it was funny because they were sitting by the table with most of the Islanders. And the Islanders, they all got quiet to hear what Jeremiah was going to say. So Jeremiah very much is still keeping his options open, but he is doing enough. He is saying enough to Huda to let her know that she's still the top priority, right? But Jeremiah is slowly and strategically trying to plan this exit because nothing is going to stop him from this 100K and him getting it, right? So nonetheless, that is that for real. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.